We often speak of business as commerce, but as the pop artist Andy Warhol puts it, making money is an art, and working is an art, and good business is the best art. From the barter trade system to global startups, business or Vyapar, as it was then known as, has fascinated the human psyche and driven it to flourish and succeed since time immemorial. But in the business world, as also in life, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. Vyapar Shastra by Mr. Shivhare makes it even clearer. He provides a fascinating insight into trade or Vyapar in the ancient past and global present to give us an engaging account of the history of trade, Vyapar and business in India. Enriched with personal encounters and his own observations, Vyapar Shastra examines the highs and lows of Vyapar in a changing world. Mr. Shivhare is a keen observer of global financial markets. A decade into his stint as consultant to various SMEs, MSMEs, he has emerged as a renowned business philosopher. Having been brought up in the hinterland of Madhya Pradesh, infamous for its dacoities and kidnappings, Mr. Shivhare learnt the art of survival quite naturally and trained himself to survive highly unstable and uncertain environments. This early exposure to danger and uncertainty has instilled in him an expertise in turning around totally sick companies, helping them achieve their financial objectives and creating innovative financial products and services. His strengths lie in problem solving, user experience, and designs for startups. He has varying interests in the fields of business, markets, finance, business philosophy, politics, and prediction of newer market trends. He provides his services pro bono to small and upcoming businesses. May I now invite Mr. Shivhare, along with Mr. Ashish Chauhan, MD and CEO of BSE Limited, to please come up on stage. We shall now have the unveiling ceremony. Could we have the book, please? May I now request Mr. Ashish Chauhan to please say a few words.
Good afternoon. This is my first time in life that I am launching a book. So, congratulations to Vishal Shivhare. I know him for probably almost 8-9 years now. And he is an interesting personality. You always used to have a sort of on and off situation that for almost every day he will come for a month and then he will disappear for 2 years. And then again for several months he will come every day and again he will disappear for 1 or 2 years. And so I used to always wonder what this guy is. Is he a corporate guy? He's a lawyer? Or he's kind of a thinker? And now that he has written a book, he would almost last 1 year, he will come every week to me, pick on my brains on variety of things about the business and my views and so on and so forth. And he had a caveat, he informed me beforehand saying that he's going to write a book on Indian way of doing business. And I have a very different way of doing business, which is very much from within India. Although I have been also trained in Western ways of doing things. I teach abroad. But effectively, it's a very Indian way of doing business. That is what I kind of have worked and I have been doing all my life. And that's what I was very amused that, I always used to think that this guy will never complete his book. It lasted for so long, you know. He would come and pick my brain practically for more than a year, every day, saying, but boss, what about this, what about that? And very patiently, he will wait outside my cabin. Whenever somebody is not there, he will come. So I'm sure he has done it with many, many people, not only me. And that is how he has put whatever he has sort of read, understood, and he has come out with very, very nice old information which I was clearly not aware. I've gone through his book because I was one of the first recipients of the book. And also the manuscript, when it came out, I had to kind of go through and figure out whether what I said is covered or something totally different is covered. But overall, I think it has been a great journey. And he has come out with this book. And I think a lot of us who want to write but do not write because we have a block, I think he tells us that it is possible for Vishal Shivhare to do it. Any one of us can write a book. You need a lot of patience like he had. And you need, and of course he has 2 young children who have added more pressure to his life. And so he has worked very hard. In fact, he told me at some stage that, boss, I left my business only. I want to complete this book. After that, I'll do my business. So probably for a year, he has not even earned money in writing this book. So congratulations, Vishal, and I hope the book is a roaring success. Thank you.
May I now request the author to say a few words about the book?
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank Ashish ji for not only launching the book, but telling the truth also. And as you have already heard, okay, how I have pricked him every day, practically, yes, it is true. The reason being also I'm missing, I used to come in a month and then I used to be missing for 2 years. The reason was the book only, nothing else. So, so everybody can understand. Yes, I would share my thought on 3 phases. First of all, why I wrote this book. I wrote this book because I used to meet a lot of businessmen in my life. And most of them, I used to see that some of them want to do big businesses, and some of them have lost all their money in whatever they have earned. But I used to see a similarity in them, and I used to understand why they are doing this business, what is the reason behind it, and how they succeed and how they fail and all. Finally, I put most of the questions to Ashish ji, and he was very kind enough to answer most of them. And he must have seen most of the things are covered in the book. And I would like to tell, if you look at the numbers in India, in business entrepreneurs, 9 out of 10 businesses fails. They can't see the 5th birthday also. And after those surviving 1 businesses, when it comes to the generational change in the business, 86% of the business fails there. So out of 10 businesses, 0.7% business succeeds 25 years of life. So I have studied that phase of the business. Okay, why 9 businesses fail in the initial years. So this book is not for people who will make their business successful. This business is for the people who will make their business not to fail. And definitely after reading this book, you will realize most of them, okay, those who want to do business, in the last chapter, they will understand why they should do a business. And as Ashish bhai has told, he has studied a lot in most of the universities in the world, traveled a lot. But yes, indeed, as an Indian, we have business in our blood. And there is no other way of doing business than listening to instinct and doing it in Indian ways. And this is what I have tried to cover. And how to manage a family while doing a business. Yes, indeed, I have to sacrifice a lot, including my business, for a year. Ashish ji is correct. And thank God the book has come. And thank you very much, Ashish. Thank you very much. Thanks very much.
May I now request Mr. Ashish Chauhan to hand over a BSc Bull to Mr. Shivhare. Thank you, sir. Thank you.